The pandemic was terrible, no doubt about it. But there were a very few good things that came out of it. The biggest positive being a realization that came amongst employers, organizations, and even employees that one does not have to be in office to do their job well. In fact, one could be more productive if they were 100% remote. Now, I know this theory might not work for everybody, but I, for one, have built a company that's 100% remote, and I'm a huge proponent of remote work. And it's not just me that's agreeing to the concept of remote work. In the recent past, after the pandemic, a slew of countries have introduced what's called a digital nomad visa. This visa allows you to do your current job while living in a different country. So you could hypothetically be working for your employer in your home country or in any other country, and you could be living in some other country altogether. So why would you do this? Well, because you like the financial security that a digital nomad visa will give you while exploring another country altogether. And in today's video, I'm giving you my top 5 countries that you must be considering if you are also interested in a digital nomad visa. We'll also talk about this visa, so if you are interested in moving abroad without getting a job there, this video is for you. Hello and namaste, my name is Nidhi Nagori and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time stopping by, then hello, thank you so much for stopping by. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and go ahead and watch other videos. And if you like the content that's being shared, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn the bell notification on. It's the best way to show support to my work and I would really appreciate if you did that because it's free. Honestly, the process of moving abroad sounds very daunting. I don't know how I did it, but back then I didn't have any option. That's one of the reasons why I came up with Globalogy. And with Globalogy, we aim to make sure that you have an option of moving abroad on your own terms and choices. Whether you want to move with a job, whether you want to move without a job, we are here with options to help you. So if you are considering a move abroad, please check the description box. We provide 2 major services. One is moving with a job, which is our job support service. So we're going to help you find a job. I'll leave a link to that in the description box. We also have another service where we help you apply for underrated visas that allow you to move without a job, which is visas like job seeker, digital nomad, and a lot more that I'll be covering on this channel. I'll leave a link to both the forms down below. Once you fill in the form, the first consultation with my team is free. So they're going to reach out to you, they're going to talk to you, thrash all your doubts out, and also see if we can help you. I don't know when this video will go up, but I'm shooting this on September 4th. And as of today, we're only accepting candidates for November batch. As much as I want to help everyone out there, we have received overwhelming love and support from you guys, and that has kept us sold out for 2 months or even more. So I don't want to talk a lot about that and hijack this entire video. Check the pinned comment and the description box and we'll chat in the comments. And now let's talk about a digital nomad visa. So what's a digital nomad visa? It's a visa that allows you to stay in a foreign country for a period that's longer than a tourist visa. Also, you can do activities that you're generally not allowed on a tourist visa, like working, studying, etc. While each country is free to explore its own set of requirements for a digital nomad visa, the core generally remains the same. And the core or the crux of a digital nomad visa is that you must have a job that can be done remotely from any part of the world. So in short, you must not be commuting to the office on a regular basis for your work. Apart from this, there's also some sporadic requirements like monthly income, insurance requirements, etc. But we'll cover that in the video going ahead. So let's talk about what's my number 1 favorite. Well, my number 1 favorite is the country of my own residence, a place that I've been fortunate to call home and a place that recently introduced its own digital nomad visa. It's Canada. So Canada recently started their own digital nomad visa. The processing time is 0 to 2 years. There are only 3 requirements for this. 1, you must have a job. 2nd, you must be interested in moving to Canada. And 3rd, you can do your job from any part of the world. This visa will allow you to come in and live here for 0 to 6 months. I'm sure you're wondering, really? Just 6 months? Well, 6 months is enough time to build your own network, meet people, give interviews, and see if Canada is really for you. And having your current job will help with the financial constraint that such a move will bring. Also, the processing time for this visa is very less. It's just 0 to 2 months, but I think it's only because it's a relatively new visa. Also, it was one of the landmark announcements that the outgoing minister, Sean Fraser, had issued. We have a new immigration minister. While I don't expect the policies to change, we can see some changes in the processing. But all in all, is it worth it? Well, I've lived in Canada for quite long and I've experienced the country myself. And in my opinion, it's a double thumbs up. But what if you don't like the idea of living in Canada? Or what if you want to have a visa that's longer than 6 months? Or what if you don't like the tax burden that Canada gets? Well, then you can choose number 2 on my list, which is Spain. The beautiful Spanish beaches, the amazing cuisine, and the historical architecture of Barcelona are all calling you. Spain has long been on bucket list of many people, including me. I just want to go there and experience what the country is all about, travel, explore the architecture, etc. And I'm so glad that in Jan 2023, Spain launched its own digital nomad visa. This will allow you to stay for a longer period of time in Spain, and for the first 4 years that you choose to live in Spain on this visa, you'll only be paying a 15% tax as opposed to the 24% that other people on work visa pay. Also, with the digital nomad visa in Spain, you can take your family, which is your immediate family, your spouse, dependent kids along with you, and you don't need any other visa to travel to other Schengen countries. That makes it pretty lucrative. In terms of requirements, you must have a job that you can do remotely, whether you are employed by a company or you're self-employed, and you must be making 23-34 euros a month or 28,000 euros a year. But what if Spain is not for you, or it's too expensive? Well, you can consider option number 3 on my list, which is Portugal. So Portugal has recently introduced what's called a Portugal temporary stay visa. And this one is the most favorable for digital nomads if they can demonstrate reliable source of income. How do you define reliable source of income? Well, you must have a stable source of at least 29.50 euros a month. And while this visa is initially issued for only 1 year, you can extend it for up to 4 more years, depending on you meeting the criteria that Portugal is establishing. But what if Portugal and Spain have a language barrier that you encounter and you're not interested in dealing with it, but you still want to live in Europe on a digital nomad visa? What do you do then? Well, you opt for my option number 4, that's Malta. So Malta is a small Mediterranean country which is very friendly to remote working and digital nomads. In June 2021, Malta introduced its own digital nomad visa, and the remote working population could live on this visa in Malta for a year. Because English is one of their official languages, the language barrier does not really extend that much to Malta. The Malta Digital Nomad Visa will allow you to stay there for 2 years, and you need a monthly income of 2,700 euros to qualify. But what if Malta is too small for you, or you want other options in Europe? Well, then you can pick option number 5 on my list, that's Romania. So I've had the fortune of working in many countries in Europe, but in Romania, I've worked for an extended period of time. I also lived in a place called Buzău. It's about 2 hours away from the capital, which is Bucharest. Absolutely loved it. Food was a bit of an issue, especially if you're vegan like me, you're going to struggle quite a bit. I just remember not finding any hot meal for the 1 month that I was there. And I remember straight up crying when I started talking to my mom the one day before I was supposed to leave and go back to the States. But all of that is a thing of past. It's been 5 years, and I'm sure a lot of it has changed already. And how do I know that things have changed? So the digital nomad visa that Romania has right now did not even exist when I went there to work. It came about only in December 2021. Romania has long been on the radar of digital nomads because it's easily accessible, has breathtaking landscapes, and is one of the larger countries in Eastern Europe. And if you want to experience Europe without killing your pocket, then it's definitely one of the cheapest countries to consider. However, the income requirement for the digital nomad visa in Romania is quite high. It's 3x the average income of people in Romania, so it's about 3,700 euros per month right now. This visa is currently valid for 1 year, and you can extend it for another year. So with that, I've given you a list of my top 5. How do you go about picking it? Well, first of all, list your priorities down. What is it that you're looking to achieve out of getting a digital nomad visa? Do you want to just go and experience a country? Do you want to travel to Europe? Do you want easy accessibility somewhere? Are you looking at a long-term move, short-term move? Put all your priorities down and see which country's digital nomad visa will allow you to get to maximum number of priorities. Keep in mind, there is no perfect country, there is no perfect solution. I'm sure something of this will not work for you. Some part of a country might not work for you, but is it worth a shot? Absolutely, because it takes away the uncertainty that a job seeker visa comes with. With that, I must say that being a digital nomad can be both exciting and fearful. And with whatever you choose to do, Globalogy is here to support you in all ways and forms. Please don't forget to check out our services. We also have a free immigration calculator that will tell you exactly where you can move, where do we think you have scope. So please check all of these pieces out as well. I'm constantly trying to work on these resources, so please look through these, use these, and please make sure you keep giving me feedback on it. On that note, this amazing video has come to an end. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope this was full of information for you. If you liked watching this video, don't forget to hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, do all the fun stuff because it's all free to do. Let me know in the comments what else you'd like to see on my channel, and I promise to see you in the next video. Until then, you take care of yourself. Stay safe. Namaste. With the digital nomad visa, you can live for up to 2 years. कहाँ भाई? It's like people randomly walking in my house. अरे भाई, I'm shooting a video. It's okay. Gate band, please.